Hello everyone and welcome to Online Storytime. Today's theme is jazz. In keeping with the summer reading theme, read to the rhythm. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in, and our first book is called This Jazz Man. And it's by Karen Earhart. This jazz man, he plays one. He plays rhythm with his thumb. With a snap, snap, snazzy snap, give the man a hand. The jazz man scats with the band. So you probably snap. Can you snap like the jazz man? It's kind of hard to do. This jazz man, he plays too. He makes music with his shoes. With a tap, tap, shuffle, slap, give the man a hand. This jazz man stops with the band. You tap your feet, shuffle your feet, like you're tapping. This jazz man, he plays three. He plays congas between his knees. With a bibbity bop, poppity pop, give the man a hand. This jazz man pounds with the band. This jazz man, he plays four. He conducts them through the score. With a 1 and 2 and a give the man a hand, this jazz man, he leads the band. This jazz man, he plays five. He plays bebop. He plays jive. With a beetle-dee bop, bebop, give the man a hand. This jazz man blows with the band. This jazz man, he plays six. He plays solo with his sticks. With a bump, 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 a bump, give the man a hand. This jazz man beats with the band. You see what instrument he's playing? Can you identify what that is? Where's the drums? He gets to bang on the drums. This jazz man, he plays seven. He plays notes that rise to heaven. With a toot, toot, doodly doot, give the man a hand. This jazz man wails with the band. This jazz man, he plays eight. He plays keys, all 88. With a tink, plink, plinkle, dink, give the man a hand. This jazz man swings with the band. This jazz man, he plays nine. He plucks strings that sound divine. With a thimp, thump, dumble thump, give the man a hand. The jazz man jams with the band. These jazz men, they play 10. We beg them to play again. With an encore, we want more. Give them all a hand. These jazz men make one great band. So it takes 10 people. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 whole people to make a band. All right. That was fun. So hopefully you'll get to see a band with lots of people at some point. And our next story is called Kool Daddy Rat. And it's by Kristen Crow. Here we go. Kool Daddy Rat, shooby-dooby-doo-dat, grabbed his hat in his rat flat, zowie-zoo-zat, and said goodbye to his spry guy, huggy-wuggy-boo-bat. I'll see ya, Ace. Gotta scat and play my bass. And so he, zow, rode a train neath the rain's drains, click, clickety-rat-tat. Got to scat for a fat cat, witty-key-shoe-bat. Went an odd way down Broadway, hippy-zippy-zee-zat, and found Ace in his bass case. Peeky-squeaky-who-dat. Ace stood along in his case. Real sneaky, son. Now tell Mama what you've done. And then he, yow, caught a gig at the Big Swig. Hello, fellas, pat, pat. Pluck the blues on schmooze cruise, schmoozy doozy chit chat. Made a mime stare in Times Square. Looky, looky, see dat? And filled the street with his sweet beat. Daddy's such a cool rat. You like my jazz? It's the best this city has. And then he, pow, strummed a solo in Soho, jazzy spazzy, zee-zat. Played nonstop on a rooftop, yippee-tipsy-top-dat. And heard the noise of his boy's voice. Zooby-zooby, a diddy-wah! He bowed proud to the wowed crowd. I didn't know you could scat. We better scurry, your mama's gonna worry. And so they, wow, hailed a cab to their rad pad, Hurry, scurry, rat-tat, kept their sights on those night lights. Snooby-dooby-doo-dat, fell asleep to beep-beep-beep-beep, zee, Kool Daddy Rat. That was kind of a fun story, wasn't it? Lots of different sounds. I had fun reading that one. Did you have fun listening to it? I hope so. All right, we're going to jump right into our next book, and it's called Theo and the Blue Note. Theo loved the saxophone, so he practiced day and night, but all he managed to learn was one blue note. Mastering the sax seemed as far out of Theo's reach as the rising moon. He was feeling kind of blue when a flash of gold caught his eye. Was that a gleaming yellow rocket ship standing in the backyard? Do you see that? It looks like a rocket ship, but it also looks like some sort of instrument, doesn't it? Let's see. Theo quickly climbed down the tree outside his window, then up the ladder to the rocket's door. Inside the ship was a magnificent jukebox filled with songs by musicians Theo loved. He couldn't resist. There was a tickle of piano keys, a rat-a-tat of drums, a boom-boom of bass, and a blast of trumpets. And before you could say bebop, Theo had reached the moon. As the music ended, so did the trip. It was awfully quiet on the moon, so Theo played his sax to keep from getting lonely. He climbed a hill to get a better look around, and his heart skipped a beat. Another spacecraft! And was that music Theo heard? It was coming from inside, beyond the giant steps. Theo couldn't believe his eyes. On stage was a big band of famous musicians. Suddenly, Duck Ellington flapped his wings. Stop, everyone, stop! The song's just not right. It's got the red note, the green note, the yellow note, the purple note, the orange note, the brown note, and even the pink note. They're missing a color. Can you guess what color they're missing? But something's still missing. But not just one. Oh, the blue note, of course. But not just one. With Duck's help on the piano, Theo began playing all the blues. Indigo, sky, Prussian, periwinkle, berry, ocean, cyan, turquoise, cobalt. Yes, that's it. All together now. A 1 and a 2. As a razzmatazz of sound filled the air, the ship's engines began to pulse. Look, they're making a rainbow of music. All the different colored notes. Blasting cool jazz with a hot beat, the Apollo flew to Earth, and Theo pointed out his house right there. And the band shouted their good nights. Duck promised they'd all play together again the next full moon. Theo listened until the music faded, picturing playing all these colorful notes. On that note, they were no further from his reach than the moon. On that note, Theo fell asleep. Faster than you can say, bebop. So even though Theo only knew one blue note, it worked out when he had all the other color notes in his band. All right, we are going to sing a song together, and it's called This Old Man. And it doesn't have too many hand rhythms, but we'll sing it. Maybe we'll sing it twice. We'll see how much time we have. Are we ready? So, this old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. All right, what number comes next? After 1, 2. This old man, he played 2. He played knick-knack on my shoe. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Okay, what's next? What number? It's right, 3. This old man, he played 3. He played knick-knack on my knee. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 4. He played knick-knack on my door. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 5. He played knick-knack. I don't know that one. Let's see, what rhymes with 5? Can you think of something that rhymes with 5? How about Well, we're doing jazz, so jive. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played six. He played knick-knack on some sticks. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played seven. He played knick-knack up to heaven. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. All right, that was fun. We had to think of some things that rhyme with 5. That was a hard number, wasn't it? All right, we're on for our next story, and it's called Bring On That Beat. And it's by Rachel Isadora. Bring on that beat, wake up the street. Saxophone jive, keep us alive. Pluck a fat bass, play me an ace. Trumpet a song, groove the night long. Bring on that beat where we all meet. Swing in the night, dance by the light. Bring on the beat, watch her 2 feet. Duke Ellington, king of the sun, cool as a cat, he's where it's at. Bring on that beat, turn on the heat. Stars meet the blue, sway with us too. All over town, hear that hot sound. Bring on that beat, man, what a treat. When you rap and you rhyme, remember that time when cats played the beat. It was jazz on the street. The end. All right, we have a special surprise today because we have Miss Andrea, and she's going to come and read a story as like a guest. And that's because in a couple of weeks, maybe next week even, she's going to start doing online story time too. So you'll have a new face besides just me and Rafa to read you some stories. So she's going to get a little practice by being our guest reader today. And after her story, it's going to be time for us to go. She's going to swap me places, and then she's going to read you the story, and then we'll say goodbye for the day. So I'd like to introduce you to Andrea. Are you ready? All right.
Hey, hi, everybody. I'm Andrea, and the book I'm going to read to you is called Ruby Sings the Blues by Nikki Daly. Ruby was loud, very loud. When she hollered down the street, the man on the top floor yelled, "Keep it down, loudmouth, I'm trying to sleep." The student on the middle floor shouted, "Hey, boombox, I can't hear myself think." The saxophonist and the jazz singer in the basement looked at each other. "Awesome," they said. And this is Ruby, and she says, "Hi, everybody, I'm home." She's kind of loud. At home, Ruby's parents tried to stay calm. "Ruby, dear," they said, "do you think you could be a bit quieter?" "Like this?" Just a teensy bit down," said Ruby's father. "How's this, Pops?" Better," they said. "Now, do you think you can keep it like that?" "Okay, I'll try." But in class, Ruby was loud, head-splittingly loud. "Hey, Miss Nightingale, may I answer that question?" Are you that loud at school? At playtime, Miss Nightingale spoke gently to Ruby. "Let's pretend that you're a sound blaster," said Miss Nightingale, pointing to 3 buttons on Ruby's blouse. "This button is your on button, this one is your off button, and this one in the middle is your volume control." Miss Nightingale gave Ruby's middle button a twiddle. "Okay, let's hear you, Ruby," she said. "Am I on now?" "You are always on, Ruby, and always loud," said Miss Nightingale. "Why don't we turn the volume down a bit more? Is this better?" "Much better, Ruby. Now go and play," said Miss Nightingale. Ruby ran outside, turned her volume control right up, and blasted across the playground. "I'm a sound blaster!" Did it help at all? Do you think she quieted down? She learned to turn it right back up. The other children couldn't bear it. They all turned around and shouted, "Switch it off, Ruby! You're hurting our ears!" No one wanted to play with Ruby. She was just too loud to have around. Switched off and sad, Ruby walked home. No one in her neighborhood even knew she had come home. That whole afternoon, Ruby kept quiet. Her mother wondered if she was sick, but Ruby wasn't sick. She had the blues. When the sax player and the jazz singer didn't hear Ruby upstairs, they knocked on the door and asked, "What's up, Ruby?" In a teensy voice, Ruby explained how nobody wanted to play with her because she was too loud. "Well, we think you have an awesome voice," said Bernard, the sax player. "Yes," said Zelda. "I'd love to teach you how to use it." "Would you like to learn how to sing, Ruby?" asked her mother. "Awesome!" Ruby's mother smiled. There was nothing wrong with Ruby. Every day after school, Ruby took singing lessons with Bernard and Zelda. She copied the musical notes Bernard made on his saxophone. Zelda taught Ruby how to use her volume control so that she could sing sharp, zooming notes like the sounds in the city, and gentle, breathy notes like a cool evening breeze. Most of all, she taught Ruby to sing with feeling. When the man on the top floor heard Ruby, he said, "What a beautiful voice." The student on the middle floor said, "Cool, man." And the kids on the block came out and danced on the sidewalk, chanting, "Go, Ruby, go." And Bernard looked at Zelda and said, "Listen, Ruby's singing the blues." And when Ruby sang at her school concert, she was, well, just awesome. But once in a while, when the neighbors least expect it, she turns it right up. "Hi, everybody, I'm home." Just to check that our volume control is still working. The end. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning into Storytime this week, and I will be seeing you soon. Thank you.